Welcome back to the channel, ladies and gentlemen, and today we're doing our UFC 314 predictions. Now I will say, just off the rip, just looking at this card, it is pretty stacked. Before we do that, let's look at the prelims, because we would like to give you guys like a sleeper kind of fight to go watch. We've got some pretty good fights on the prelims. I don't really know much of the early prelims, but the prelims are pretty decent. Like, we've got Jim Miller, he's back. My sleeper fight would probably be Yan versus Verna. I'm not a big fan of her, but Yan is pretty good. I mean, I think her last fight was against a champion, or the previous fight was against a champion. Let's actually check here. I don't know if it tells you the results. Oh yeah. Her last fight was against Richie, which was a pretty good fight. Oh god, no. All right, it was a pretty good fight. But anyway, we only do main card predictions. We don't do prelims. For the first card, we've got the light heavyweight battle, Krylov versus Dominic Reyes. Dominic Reyes is like, ever since that John Jones fight, he's been such a 50-50 fighter. Most times losing. So if I was a betting man, I would just say Krylov, because it kind of sounds like, I have not really seen much of him, but it sounds like he just goes out and just absolutely bangs. So I'm going to go with Krylov on this one. That would be my prediction for the first one. Bryce Mitchell versus John Silver. This is going to be such a crazy fight. I actually can't wait to watch this. This is going to be so good. Just the build up for this has been so funny and so good to watch. The two of them going at each other. Bryce obviously had that infamous podcast that he did, making the stupid comments, and then John Silver was kind of just like making fun of him. But yeah, this Bryce Mitchell is a good fighter, so this is going to be a really good fight. My prediction is I'm going to go with John Silver, but this is a sleeper fight. You guys have to watch this fight. This could be the best fight of the night. It has that potential. This card is really good. But my prediction is I think John Silver will take it. But I think it's going to be a really good fight. Next fight is a featherweight bout. Yari Rodriguez versus Patricio Pitbull. He's making his UFC debut. I can't remember the organization he came from, but he was a double champ there. He's got a lot of hype around him. He's wanted to come to the UFC for a while. If he beats someone like Yari, he definitely could be next in line for the title. I would probably think that is probably the case that's going to happen, because the featherweight's got like a little bit of a problem with the top. I think it's the top 5, because someone else left. I can't remember his fucking name now. Two of their players, fighters left. That was in the top 5. The champ, obviously Ilya, and then I can't remember who the other guy was. He previously fought. I think he's fought Yari. He beat Yari. I'm blanking on his name right now, but yeah, there's 2 people out of the top 5 essentially. So Patricio winning could get him a title shot. For predictions, I don't know why, but I just have this gut feeling that Yari is gonna spoil the party. That's just my gut feeling. Like, I've not really actually seen Patricio fight, so I don't really know if the hype train is real or not. His record kind of speaks for it. 36-7. That's a really good. But Yari, we've seen him. The only fights Yari has lost is against top people. He goes out there and he shows. And he had a little bit of a beef with Lopez on the press conference thing. So if Lopez does win and Yari wins, that could be a crazy next title fight. I do think the winner of this fight is most likely to fight the champ next. I don't see why they wouldn't make that, especially with like even Yari having the blow up with Diego Lopez. My prediction is I'm gonna go with Yari Rodriguez, just because I don't know, I have this gut feeling. Lately, the guys that have come from other promotions that have had a lot of hype on them have been absolutely dominated, or they haven't really performed to the best of the ability that what we were hoping for. So I think, I don't want to say the pattern's going to continue, because the UFC do need superstars, but I do think the UFC might have an issue if Patricio does lose this one. But anyway, let's go to lightweight. Now this is called the People's Main Event. I think this could be a very good fight or a very quick fight in my opinion. It's Michael Chandler versus Paddy the Baddy Pimblett. So the reason why I say it could be quick, it could be very similar to what the Bobby Green fight was. Chandler might be too aggressive, and it works in Paddy's advantage because we all know Paddy he's got submissions in his game. His grappling is very good. Chandler, not so much. So I think that could be the case. If Chandler makes a mistake too early, it's a possibility because of the way he fights, Paddy could capitalize, get him in a lock, and it could be as easy as 1-2-3. The fight could be over. But if they do try to bang, because Paddy does leave his chin in the air, that could be an issue. You also have Chandler's got that front kick that he likes to throw, which, I mean, there's a picture around, you can go check it out, where he kicked Tony Ferguson in the face with the front kick. He could land that against Paddy if Paddy's going to keep his chin up and not be smart about his fighting. What would be my prediction for this co-main event? I think I'll go Paddy. I think Paddy is probably going to get the better of him. I feel like this fight is going to go very similar to what Charles and Chandler went like, just because I think Paddy does have that edge on him with the grappling and submissions. We'll have to see, but this is going to be an absolute bang of a fight. I can't wait to see this. And I know he talks a lot of shit and doesn't really back it up anymore, but Conor said he would like to fight the winner of this fight. I don't think that's going to happen though. I think the UFC got bigger plans for Paddy, especially now that Ilya is in the same weight class as him. They also do not like each other. So if Ilya could kind of get up there with a title shot or close to a title shot, we can kind of see that rivalry in the division. That would be quite fun to watch. Now to the main event of the evening. Alexander Volkanovski is back to try and reclaim his gold against the hungry youngster Diego Lopez, trying to become a first-time champion in the UFC. Very similar records. A lot of people are saying if Volk loses this could be it. Not in terms of him retiring, but for the division, this could be curtains, because you can't really give him another title shot after this. Like the other one was, okay, you got to give him a title shot because he lost to Ilya. He had the belt for a long time. You got to give him that title shot, that rematch. But if you lose this one, it's kind of like the situation Izzy is in right now. You have to kind of climb. I mean, Volk hasn't hit the Izzy level yet because he hasn't lost, not being the champion. Izzy has lost twice, but it can go down that route, which is, I don't really want that for Volk, but Volk has beat majority of the guys in the division at least once. Diego, not. So there's a lot of fun fights you can do with Diego. Volk, not so much. I mean, the Volk has tried to go up. It's just, Islam is just too crazy. I do think Volk won that first fight, but that's in the past. Islam is way better than what he was in that first fight, in my opinion. But that's not the fight we're talking about. We're talking about this fight. What do I see is going to happen? I hate to say it because I don't like to bet against Volkanovski, but I just have this slippery suspicion that it's going to be, something's going to happen and he's going to catch him off guard, and I think Diego Lopez is going to snatch this one and be the new featherweight champion. I'd like to be proven wrong because I do think Volk is good for the division. I think Volk would be better against Patricio because we've already seen him beat Yari. So it's kind of like, that's my situation, my thought process. If Patricio wins, I'd like Volk to win because that could be a fun fight. If Lopez wins, I want Yari to win because that's a fun fight. It's very, very opposite sides of the coin. But yeah, that's going to be it for my UFC 314 predictions. Let me know in the comments down below what your predictions are. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.